Wow, we're back. We're back live. We're gonna be talking about Eric Scott today, Harv. I mean, it's what Hump Day Wednesday, and we're live back on TikTok too. So, believe it or
What
not,
we what we are?
yeah, man, we were
Say it,
back.
say it, say it ain't so, Jerry.
We were. Somebody reported us. I don't know. We apparently we did not meet the community guidelines. So I'm sorry, TikTok. If you definitely want to chit chat with us, you're gonna have to click the link in our bio and join us on the YouTube live. You know, uh, obviously, obviously, there's no respect, man. There's no respect on TikTok. You guys don't know how to be nice, man. There's nothing wrong. And if I just want to say, if you're watching now, whoever did report us on TikTok, I apologize. I'm sorry, man. If I just love the Dallas Cowboys, man, I apologize. Harv, anything?
Ah, man, just at the end of the day, I don't. We're pretty good about everything, so I think we've also not necessarily converted Eagle fans or Bear fans, but they actually watch the show and they tune in, man. So it's all love, man. It's all love. That's all it is, all the time. So,
In the end, it's all it is all love, right? Look at
yep.
Dwight Thrasher saying, let's go. Also, it wasn't me. So he just wants to clarify, it wasn't him who did it. Well, whoever did it, hey, we forgive you, man. I understand sometimes we have a rough day and whatever, you know what I mean? It is what
Yep.
it is. But just so you guys know, on the Cowboy Cast, we do have active military. So just you know what I'm saying? If you really salute if you really support the troops, be careful with what you do, okay? And if you don't agree with something that we say, please let us know in the comment section, man. We will definitely love to chop it up with you. Harv,
Always.
let's get right into it, man. I mean,
Yep.
we had Ali. Ali couldn't make it today. Ali will be back with us Sunday. Uh, we've gotten a tremendous amount of requests to work with us too, Harv. I mean, we gotta see. I think there's some collabs coming up ahead.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy.
Well, let's talk about Eric Scott. How about that? Well, look, Ultra
Yeah.
Cowboy. Eagle fans shop at Target and drink Bud Light. Jeez Louise, don't be doing that, man.
Ultra
Let's talk right
Cowboy.
about let's talk about Eric Scott, because if you notice, we've been going down the line. I mean, it's hard, right? Because the honeydews caught up to us on that one week, and we're a little bit behind than most. But hey, it's all good because right now I think the NFL is taking a break, letting the NBA get caught up. Right? I
It's
mean,
a
with NBA,
it's a big game tonight, man.
is it tonight or is it?
Get game 7.
Is it? No, 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 no.
Huh?
I think I think it's gonna be the finals
Oh,
tomorrow.
game 1. I'm sorry. Game 1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Game one, I think it's gonna be the Nuggets and the Heat. I believe, as I was told by a credible source, Eric Scott is a developmental prospect for 2024. I don't know, Ultra Cowboy. I mean, that's what we think, man. That's what we think, man. But hard, who was spotted in OTAs going with the first team?
That would be Eric Scott Jr., man.
Eric Scott Jr. What is he doing? Let's figure out who this is, right? Ultra Cowboy does chime in. He says, Nuggets are the 2000 Spurs. Oh, watch
I
out,
I
man.
I can agree with that.
Uh,
I can
hey,
agree with that.
that is when I was a Spurs fan right there, man. Manu, right? And Tony Parker and of course Tim Duncan, man. Let's jump right into it. We're gonna get the scouting report as we've been doing from the NFL Network. Obviously, we like their format. Player bio: Scott signed with Illinois State out of Bashir Linwood High School in Kansas. Playing in 4 games, 2 tackles as a redshirt freshman in 2018 before transferring to Butler College for 2019. 2 interceptions in 11 games, arriving at Southern Miss for 2020. Scott started 5 of 9 games, played 31 tackles, 1 interception, 5 pass breakups. He started 11 games in 2021, and that was with 20 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 pass breakups, in 12 appearances. And in 2022, 27 tackles, 2 for loss, 5 pass breakups. When he returned both of his interceptions for scores. That's by Chad Reuter. Of course, this is the overview, right? This is actually Lance analysis of it. So we'll go right into it. Scott's size and explosiveness will immediately jump out to the NFL teams. The traits are nice, but the agility and fluidity are major concerns as it pertains to staying connected to routes as a man defender. Scott seeks out playmaking opportunities and has the attributes needed to win 50-50 challenges, but he needs to play in zone heavy looks and become a more well-rounded defender. All right, before we get any further into it with Eric Scott, I mean, what has jumped out to you so far from this prospect alone? Because I mean, I know that it was a big shocker, not only to us, but to it looked like to the mainstream media when the actual NFL draft was going through.
Yeah, because I believe they actually moved up in the sixth round to go get him. So that just tells you a little bit about something. I don't know. I think the biggest thing, and it's a Dan Quinn thing, man. He likes cornerbacks with length. He loves that. And the thing I see about him is um, he's quick footed in reverse. He moves in and out of his breaks. I like that. The only, I guess, the way he works with the safeties and bracketing a receiver, I like how he does that too. I saw that in some of the films when I was watching him. There's not a lot of film, but the film that I did see, he does work well with the safety to bracket those receivers. So those are kind of the things that I like: the length, the quickness, and then the relationship with the center fielder when it comes to bracketing the receivers.
So Ochikawa what's Chame says Eric Scott is going to be in the mix to replace Gilmore in 2024. So yeah, of course, I know. And the biggest reason why I think also with the OTAs is for whatever reason Trayvon Diggs is he's been sitting out, right?
Yep.
I mean, he was there at, I believe, the first day, but I think he's been excused. I
Yep.
believe a lot of people, of course, we've already come to understand when you wear that star or you have that star in your helmet, it gets magnified. Like, I mean, not even 10 times, but it feels like 100 times. You're always under the microscope. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think Eric Scott would be there to replace Trayvon Diggs. I know some people are kind of hesitant about re-signing Trayvon Diggs to a long-term contract. I understand there were some questionable play decisions that he made towards the back end of his season. He started out pretty good, but man, the way he ended it hard wasn't the best note, right?
No.
Regardless, we've
He
seen
is he is a talent though.
he has a
He's a
talent,
talent.
but we've seen some numbers being thrown around.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think to
It,
keep Trayvon Diggs happy, you're gonna have to have at least 20.5 per year.
it has to be 20 probably.
Oh man, that's a big paycheck right there, Harv. I mean, big, huge paycheck. I mean, and it feels like the Cowboys have been in a cap salary behind the eight ball, especially with the cap situation. But some of the other contracts should be rolling off, and therefore you'll be able to get Trey, you'll be able to sign CD, and then Micah. I think with CD and Micah, they're just gonna break the bank. I think this is where we're gonna see exactly how everything pays. I think we're still out, right? We're still definitely a season out because we got to see how the Cowboys handle the most
I will
important
I will
contract.
I will say this. Out of those three, one of them ain't gonna make it.
What do you mean?
Out of Trayvon Diggs, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb, somebody ain't getting paid.
Oh, CD's getting paid.
I'm just saying
Micah's
them
getting paid.
one of them's not gonna get paid. You have to pick one. There's no way you hold all those three guys, especially with are you gonna pay Dak too?
They
That's
have
what I'm
they got to
okay.
get that situated.
That's what I'm saying. One of them's gotta go. One of them's gotta go. You can't sign all three and still have
Uh,
Dak on the
uh,
roster.
we've been a part of Cowboys Nation for far too long. We already know that Jerry Jones, he's tied to his players. He's tied to. Seems like he's tight to his coaches too because he held on to Jason Garrett. What was it like three after his third season? He still hung around for 10 seasons. So not just players. It looks like it's coaching staff and players. So I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, with Jerry Jones still at the helm and Steven Jones, they're going to keep those players, man. They'll find a way.
Remember, I said this. What is it? 10:23 mark on May 31st, 2023. I'll remember that.
Be careful, Harv, because
You
Mike
think they're gonna keep all three?
yeah.
There's no way, man. Not a Michael Parsons is he's gonna at least demand the minimum 32, 30 mil, 33 mil. Easy. Easy. And Trayvon's at 20. CD's probably gonna be at 20.
He's probably gonna be north of 25.
That's 70 million already with them three. And then Dak, you're looking at probably 115, 120 million for four players. There's no way.
We'll see. I will eat crow when I need to eat crow, but Harv, we're gonna wait to see. You're gonna eat crow, bro. You're gonna eat it, bro. Ultra Cowboy says the fake 471 time is the reason why Eric Scott fell in the sixth. Yep. After we found out several teams were in the mix for Eric Scott. That's why the Cowboys had to jump up to get him. What's up, fellas? I'm on time for once.
Let's go, Jay Fonda.
Let's go. Dwight believes that defensive backs are like running backs. There is a lot of value in later rounds.
All day, bro. All day.
I think it's kind of hard, right? Because I think Trey Diggs, he fits exactly what Dan Quinn wants in his corners. That's the hard part. Now we can tell with this draft that the main person stirring the pot is Dan Quinn. I think if anything. So we'll see, man. Jay Fonda says Trayvon Diggs, 5-year, 100 million, 65 guarantee. Book it now. Damn.
No.
I mean, hard.
Oh my God, man.
That's hard, man. How long were the Cowboys without a Dallas? How long did the Cowboys go? Okay, we were there when they didn't have the quarterback at hand, and that felt like forever. But when was the last time the Cowboys had a defensive back that was the closest thing to Deion Sanders?
Terrence Newman, probably.
And that's because Terrence Newman, he had a better career when he left Dallas.
When he left Dallas, you're right. So that I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
And the Trey Diggs is a second rounder, and I believe. Oh man, was Terrence Newman a 5th pick overall?
Terrence Newman?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure? I think he was the 5th pick in that draft class.
Oh, in the first round?
In the first round.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. No. Yeah, I think he was number 5, I think.
Oh, I'm fact checking it right now for us, just so we can be on the same page. Let me see here. Man, he was a small guy, 5'10".
Yeah, he was fifth overall in 2003.
5th overall, man. I mean, he looked like Deion Sanders, but it been some time since we've seen a defensive back get the ball, make some big plays, get some turnovers. I know we had Byron Jones, but Byron Jones was not the answer, was he, Harv? Looked like he just got paid and just the vacation there in Miami. Is he still part of the Dolphin situation?
I don't think so. I think they might have released him. I don't know if it's official or yet.
We gave up 2 picks to move up to get Scott, so he will definitely get some serious time this preseason. Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
The only one who can be replaced is Parsons. The only one who can't be replaced is Parsons.
That's an automatic.
I believe that's an automatic. Facts, Dwight. Ultra Cowboy. Todd Corey says the salary cap, it keeps on going up, right? In other words, they keep on raising, like they keep on raising it every year. Of course, if you read a great book, it's called Crunching the Numbers. It tells you how the salary cap works. So depending on team's salary cap, what they had left over in the salary, that actually takes into equation going to the next year, plus the endorsement deals and the new contract. So yes, the salary cap will go up each and every year. Would love to see the YouTube video of Eric Scott's 40 time. He sent it to all teams. Anyone know if it's out there? Man, we were looking for it like crazy. Couldn't find it. He was one of those players that was very hard to scout. DQ did not draft Diggs, but he pounded the table for Joseph and Wright. Bland, AB, Donovan Wilson were fifth and sixth rounders that Will wanted.
Yep.
No,
I'm not.
you're actually right. Let me see.
What happens if Eric Scott's the man?
I mean, it's gonna make the legend of Will McClay just keep on growing and growing. It's gonna be hard to keep him. Harv.
Yeah, it is. Are we doing some of these comments?
Which ones?
Oh, what do you say? What do you guys think will be the backup running back behind Tony?
Well, I think for the most part, I think they're gonna keep. It looks like they're gonna keep Rojo, right?
I think they're going to keep Rojo, man. But at this point, it's Rojo and Deuce Vaughn. We still got Malik Davis. So I like Malik Davis. I think he should have gotten more opportunities. But I kind of like where we're at with running back. I think that's JJ on TikTok. I kind of like where we're at running back, man. I think with Rojo, Deuce Vaughn, and all them, I think it's a really good collective group. So I don't know, man. That's going to be a tough one. I would say right now, Rojo is probably the backup, and it's his job to lose it, I believe, in my opinion.
And I mean, everybody sees Deuce Vaughn making this squad, Harv, and playing.
Yeah, they do. And not to take it the wrong way, but I think his being short is probably going to help him.
Oh yeah,
because those linebackers are not going to be able to see which hole he's going to go to. They're going to have to guess.
Can you imagine if he uses his height to hide behind the offensive lineman? I mean, he's just gonna be popping out of nowhere, and he looks like he has that breakaway speed. He doesn't have the 40, but he has a breakaway. But let's get back to Eric Scott, right? Because we got to talk about his strengths, right? Because we only talked about overview and analysis. These are his strengths. He's big. He's a long cornerback with untapped press potential. Now let's analyze that. What does that mean, Harv? Untapped press potential.
That just means like I think at the end of the day, with the right scheme and the right coach, he could probably be one of those corners that could probably be on the island by himself.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, because if you look at the film and his length and all that, obviously there's some things he needs to work on, but man, he could. I mean, they said some of the bad things about Diggs too. That's why he went in the second round. But
I think with Diggs, it was because I think his 40 wasn't the best, and he was a converted wide receiver. That's why he got.
But I saw some of his film too, and he was a good corner. Don't get me wrong, but it's nothing that really like, oh my god, I need this guy. You know what I mean? So to me,
he almost went first round if CD didn't fall in that draft class.
I don't know. I don't know about that. CeeDee Lamb is automatic, but no, I just think. I think a lot. I think Dwight was right, man. I think his 40 really hurt him a lot.
Well, the thing is that the 40 doesn't match his vertical, which I believe his vertical jump was a 41.5-inch vertical. That's insane. I mean, that's basketball. Harv.
Yeah.
Like, yes or no?
Yeah.
And I believe his broad jump was like damn near 11 some odd. Like, you know what I mean? So he does have the explosiveness. Let me continue on. Explosive tester with okay. This guy he's clarifying it. So he's saying that he was an explosive tester with a 40.5-inch vertical leap and 11'1" broad jump. So there you go. It was 11'1" broad jump and it was 40.5 inch. So I don't know where I got the 41 from.
But still, I that's my point. Like, and that showcases, if you look at the film, the way he backpedals and gets out of his backpedal and shifts left and right. Like, It's all there, man. You know what I mean? And that's what you have to do in the NFL. You have to be able to be quick on your feet, backpedal, and then turn with the receiver or turn the other way if he does a quick move. So to me, I think that it's all there, man. He just needs to small techniques that he needs to work on mechanics, and he'll be fine.
It says here looks to jump underneath routes from the zone shuffle. Who does that remind you of, Harv? I mean,
Isn't that the two? What is it? What's his name? The coach?
Al
What's it?
Hurst.
No, he's the defensive coordinator for us. I forgot his name from Seattle. He went to the Saints. I can't believe
Oh,
I
Gus
forgot his
Bradley.
name.
Gus Bradley.
No, not Gus Bradley. The black ball headed
Oh,
coach.
oh, you're talking about Richards, Chris Richard,
Richard
Chris Richard.
Chris Richard. He was the one who started the whole two shuffle thing.
He did start that too. That's he really did.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what embodies of what Seattle loves in their defense.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, man.
Says here, bodies up targets and challenges the catch. Also, this is a strength. Says here, squeezes vertical routes and will
Yep.
find football when he's in position. Quick to jump off the edge when diagnosing the run. So, aside from the 40 being slow, and what from what we've seen in this Lance Zierlein scouting report, looks like this guy wants to make a play on the ball every time he has a chance. Harv.
Yep. And that's my whole point when I say bracketing the receiver, right? He knows he has help. So he talks to his safety and says, "Hey man, this guy goes deep. I'm going to squeeze him down." You know what I mean? And I'm going to play the underneath and you play over the top. Somebody's getting the ball. That's what I like about him. He squeezes that receiver to that sideline. He uses that sideline. So not a lot of corners do that.
And it's crazy, right? Because we were hearing Hoodlum talk about Eric Scott versus Jalen Tolbert, and Jalen Tolbert would just work them, but Jalen Tolbert was a beast in his days in college, right? Let's get back to this. Ultra Cowboy says DQ did not drive. Okay, we got that. That was the last one. Like Mike Fisher said, Will since 2014 has hit on cornerbacks in the latter rounds.
Yep. It's true, man.
Yeah, I mean, yes, he has. I mean, aside from the Nashon Wright, and I mean, it's hard, right? They're not bad prospects. In fact, they're really nice prospect. Nashon Wright is how tall is he? Like 6 foot? Was he 6'3", 6'4"?
Nashon Wright. He's tall, man. He's like 6'3", I think.
And the thing with Kelvin Joseph is he kind of got thrown into a bad situation last season too. I mean, what's the one thing with Kelvin Joseph that we talked about earlier pre lobby?
And I would tell you, and I said we can look back at all the stuff we talked about Kevin Joseph, man. I don't like him playing man. That's the one thing I don't like about him. He doesn't have those like attributes like Eric Scott does, squeezing the guy when he needs to on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Check a hip checking and then putting his hand on the receiver's hip. And when you turn around, make sure you still kind of feel him next to you. He doesn't do that. He just turns around and then he gets lost. So I always thought that Kelvin Joseph was a read and react guy. Well, how do you do that? I think he would play probably preferably that zone 3, that Seattle zone 3, where he kind of plays halfway, midway, you know what I'm saying? Help with the safety. He can jump something. That's the type of player he is. So for the Cowboys to put him at safety makes 100% like that's where he should be. If you think about it, I never thought about it like that. But after all, I said those things and they did it. It makes sense, man. He's a react and he's a read and react guy. That's what he is.
And to be honest, this is actually going to be the third full season with being a part of the Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yep.
So this is really the time when we can actually be honest with players after their third season. And if you really want to be technical, it's 4 seasons, Harv.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, look, I honestly think he might thrive being the safety, man. He actually might.
You saying let him play some safety?
Yeah, man. I think if he sees a play and reads the play and goes, I think that might change some things, man, for him.
It'd be interesting to see. And then Kelvin Joseph can prove He can prove all the Dallas Cowboy haters wrong. He can prove all the Cowboy Nation wrong too,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Eric Scott is terrific in zone. Got to work on run defending and man coverage. Kind of,
See,
kind of sounds like what you're talking about with Kelvin Joseph
yeah,
almost.
so that's the same thing with Eric Scott. I don't really see him right now as a man guy. And we haven't talked about, I don't think you talked about the negatives yet or
No,
the
we haven't got there.
yeah. So I don't know what they say on NFL.com because I don't have it. You do that.
All
But I
right.
would tell you the problem with me is he's very thin, right? I kind of have an issue with that. The other thing is his run support. I don't like it. So those are the two things. Those two things, well, three, and the man coverage he needs to work a little bit on. So three things. He's very thin, which that he'll get, the weight on. Man coverage he needs to work on a little bit, and the run support. I those are the things I don't like.
Well, let's get to his weaknesses, and then we'll come back to where we left off there with Todd Curry. So it says here, weaknesses: transition fluidity is missing from his game.
Mm,
Has trouble mirroring release fakes and route breaks. Takes inconsistent angles to tackle receivers after the catch. Scheme specific capabilities limit his fit with some teams and needs to play with better discipline as a run defender. So dang, he's right there with Todd Corey's assessment.
yeah. So I agree with him, man. That's what I saw. Like those are the things. It's funny. I never saw that scouting report either.
Let me
But
ask you anybody that wants to chime in, is it because maybe perhaps sometimes our safeties were a tad late in helping the corner opposite of Trey Diggs? Do you think that's maybe a majority of the problem? Because in some games it looked like they were specifically targeting whoever was opposite of Trayvon Diggs, and they would get flags and they would get catches too.
I don't.
It was happening to Anthony Brown also.
But that goes back to what I'm saying. Anthony Brown did the same thing. Anthony Brown had a hard time when the first initial move and he ran up with the receiver. He never put his hand on his hips to turn around with the ball. He would turn his entire body around at the wrong time and didn't feel the receiver with his other hand to see if he was still there. You see what I'm saying? Those are small mechanics that they need to work on. That I think you learned that back in high school or junior high. But a lot of these guys either they don't do that or they turn around and then all of a sudden they get handsy and they're like, I lost the guy. That means they're not staying close enough to them or putting a hand on them so they know where they're at. Anthony Brown was horrible at that. If you see DeRon Bland does the same thing. Like the thing I'm talking about is he makes sure somehow he has a feel to that receiver. So when he turns around, he plays the ball. It's just something that they need to work on, man, at the end of the day. So we'll see, man. I think Eric Scott, because of his length, is probably going to help him a lot.
Joseph is now working at safety. This is by DJ Dog 31. Joseph is now working at safety. Is he the Josh Ball of the defense now? Laughing out loud. Jeez Louise. You already said this is where he needs to be, right? Or
Yeah,
not that he needs to, but he probably would excel.
excel better. I think he would excel better at safety.
He turn some heads and be like, wow.
Yeah,
It basically be a Byron Jones in reverse.
correct.
Because Byron was safety, and then when he went to the
Safety.
corner,
Yep.
boom, and then it was too late at that point. The Hobbit will be running back number 2. Jeez, be nice, guys. Deuce Vaughn will be. He's saying Deuce Vaughn will be the running back 2. Jay Fonda says with them drafting Deuce, do you think Rojo is cap casualty?
Look, I really don't, because this is my thing. Unless Malik Davis and
Second
Deuce
year
Vaughn,
Malik Davis.
yes. So if Malik Davis and Deuce Vaughn just blow it out of the water completely, you see Rojo gone. But to me, I think you still need that pounding running back, and he's at running back because Rojo has gotten a lot bigger since he came in the league.
He has gotten
He's a lot bigger. So I think they still need that kind of running back, and he's still got that threat to break it. I don't know if you've seen some of his film from the last couple of years. Like he could still break that run. So I honestly I love Malik Davis. Everybody knows how I love Malik Davis. But Deuce Vaughn, man, I'm telling you, he might put the pressure on Rojo, and he might be a cap casualty. You
Like I
never
said,
know.
second year of Malik Davis, man. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it takes some players just a little bit longer just to kind of find their, find where they fit in the team, right? I think if anything, that's kind of a safer bet to say. Ultra Cowboy does say Joseph was a safety in high school, and he was a four-star recruit at that position. Good tackler and plays well in open space. And I will tell you this: I remember working with several people on the East West, and they said that Kelvin Joseph had all the traits to be a pretty good player in the NFL. And everybody said, if you go back, it was Cal Pitts was that unicorn in that draft class, Harv, and there was a matchup between him and Cal Pitts, and he got the better of Cal Pitts. In fact, he shut down Cal Pitts, so he didn't let Cal Pitts have a game like Cal Pitts would have every single week in and week out. So we'll see, man. I mean, if that's the next step with him, I'm pretty sure he's going to turn some heads. I think with that, if that's the case. Untapped press potential means big enough to handle a wide receiver like Brown on. I'm a little late. Sorry, guys. You guys are so fast. That's good to know, Ultra, because a cornerback Joseph has been. I mean, from what we saw, he got burnt. He got toasted a couple in what 3 games they let him play in.
Yeah,
DJD facts. I believe it's not clicked for him at cornerback.
correct.
You see, but cornerback is the hardest position
It's hard, man.
in the
It is.
NFL,
It
especially
is.
especially with Devontae Adams type wide receivers who they just know how to get in and out, break in and out of their routes, and they're so smooth and so silky smooth. I mean, it's insane. It's new. It's crazy. Josh Ball and Jalen Tolbert are retired to join the WWE. WWE has landed a new tag team called the Bad Brothers. Jeez Louise, Ultra Cowboy, you're crazy. Remember, Joseph did play cornerback in high school, and he hardly
No,
played cornerback. Okay,
yeah, it
I
did
guess
not.
he meant safety in high school and hardly played corner in high school.
Yeah.
Jose Pais,
Jose, what? He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's
Kelby's.
back.
Somebody said, Kelby says, "What's up? What's the plan for Hunter? Luke,
All
Lukey."
I gotta say is stay tuned. My people, stay tuned.
I mean, in the West Coast offense, you do need a fullback.
Yes, you do.
But Sean McKeon, he did pretty good at playing fullback for the Dallas Cowboys last season.
We did pretty good, but this is an all around guy.
So Jose says, how many rookies actually play well in their first year? Not too many besides Parsons. It will take the majority of these rookies a while to understand the professional level speed of the game. Correct. You're absolutely correct, Jose. And like we said, at least minimal 3 years before we can be critical of any
So,
player.
how do you say Kyle? Is it Juszczyk? Juszczyk from the
Yes.
Niners?
Yes.
That's who he kind of reminds me of.
Oh,
So
dang.
I'll just throw it out there.
Damn, that's the plan for Hunter Lukey. Raymond Solis, is he new here?
I don't know. Is he? Welcome, Raymond.
Cowboys. Let's go, baby.
Welcome, baby. Let's go.
All season long, right? And that's a great thing. Mainstream media only talks about one NFL team, or that's it.
That's it.
Deuce will be the starter by mid-season. Very underrated. Absolutely carried TC.
He did, man. He did. I didn't realize it until I think was it you that put the numbers out or somebody? I don't remember. I think it was you. You
yeah,
sent
we
it to
mentioned
me.
against Bijan, right? It was.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, he outplayed Bijan. I believe, especially in the passing. In the
I don't know,
passing,
but
I think he had less attempts and the same
look,
about the same yardage.
this and remember what I said about Deuce. If Deuce gets the right playing time, he will be rookie of the year offensively. I'm telling you right now, if he gets the right carries, he will definitely be. If he doesn't win it, he will be in the running. I promise you, because this is the type of dude. If you obviously everybody's watched the film with him and his dad, right, Jerry?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
And it's so emotional. And the dad keeps telling him, son, it's not where, it's when. That means to tell me this kid has gone through this every level of football that he's been at. And what has he done ever since he's gone through all those different levels?
He's dominated.
He's dominated. Not only that, but he's playing for the team that his dad works for.
Even more.
Yeah, how much more motivation do you need?
I mean,
and they told him he's probably too short. And he went in the 6th round.
it's a great story, man. If it works,
How can you not? How can you have like? I'm telling you, man. This dude's gonna.
I would like it if he picked a different jersey, but I know it's hard because all the jerseys are gone for the Cowboys right now. But we'll see, man.
Because I personally would have liked if he got number 2 because his name is Deuce.
Yeah, that would have been nice. What's up, Jose Montes? He says DC for life on TikTok. Hey, come join us here live on YouTube and be a part of the
family. Brother, for sure, man.
This channel, man. Road to 1,000 before the kickoff. That is our goal.
We're
almost there, man.
We're getting close. It's because of y'all, man. Y'all are gonna get us to 1,000. It's awesome, man.
426-ish.
You know what? The last time I wore my poncho, my cowboy poncho that Jerry got me from, what's his name? Raymond Solis?
Oh,
Horta. So when we hit 1,000, that show I will wear it again.
I will wear mine too.
Let's go.
So Ultra Cowboy says Joseph also shut down Devontae Smith in college.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is actually
Ooh, Ultra Cowboy coming with the facts.
that's actually true. What do you say? Lamar, Alabama is hosting Kelvin Joseph. Interesting. Aaliyah, where you been? Strangers. You can carry Deuce in your pocket, Ultra Cowboy. Jeez Louise. Be nice to the little people, man. It's nice that we're all 6 foot tall, 6-footers here, but it's not easy being Deuce Vaughn, man. Todd Corey says Tyler Smith had an awesome rookie season. That was a great draft pick. And and we're going, into year 2 with Tyler Smith, and we're looking past it because he, like you say, he had a great, but we got to be appreciative of the job that Will McClay and his scouting team does.
Oh, trust me, I've questioned a lot of picks, and after a while I just said, you know what, I'm gonna be quiet, man. I'm gonna be quiet. The one I really got upset was Travis Frederick when we moved back, and I'm like, me and my brother's like, who is this guy? How are we get a center? Little did I know. He was just gonna be an all-pro. I don't know.
Yeah, all-pro. And it looked like he lived in the Pro Bowl too. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Facts, Todd. Let me see. Ultra Cowboy says Deuce's action figure height. Jeez Louise, Ultra Cowboy. You just have it out for him. Thank you, sir. Believe Tyler Smith is the present and the future at left tackle. I think. I mean, look. Tyler Smith can play football at any position on the offensive line, I think, at this point, Harv. I think he'll be an all-pro at every position. Tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. Yes,
even if he played center, you know who he remind me of? Remember Gerard?
I was gonna say Gerard. He goes, I agree, Todd. So look, I mean, I think that this young man has the tools, the traits. He just has the smarts. I mean, I know he looks like a Amari Cooper, but he plays big, man. He plays. Hey, my boys, Adam.
What up, Adam? Let's go. Hey, since we're all getting fired up, what's his Philly Pacino? Pacino.
What it do?
What it do? What's up, brother?
He says, man, I can't wait till Mati Smith.
I don't think anybody can wait for Mati Smith, man.
I mean, we're just over here just trying to keep our sanity, right? Because don't get me wrong, basketball is cool, but it's not really my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love football. Don't get me wrong. It's all right. Damn, football's so much more fun, man.
It is. It is.
Adam, I know you've been working, man. Stay in touch, Adam. Stay in touch with us. I hope landlord has a bulletproof vest when he conducts the Joseph interview. I think that's already past him. I think he realizes
Yeah.
that he could lose his opportunity to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Aaliyah says she's been busy, and tired.
We all are,
It
man.
sounds like a lot of people, man. I broke a TV with the Frederick.
I'm
I re-
telling you,
I
man.
remember
Because
I remember I was with you with
we wanted a safety so bad,
so bad. I
and
remember.
was it Eric Reed for the Niners? It was Reed, the safety. I was like, oh man, like he's right there. And the Cowboys traded back. I was like, that's why I'm not a scout, man. And Will McClay's the man.
Wow. Pacino says he got to meet Trayvon Diggs. That I guess he's saying the Rio Grande Valley brought him down to McAllen Parade and to the airport for a meet and greet.
Ooh,
Also, Michael Gallup.
dang.
I will say this: they took a picture of them at the Whataburger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were all there. It was Michael Gallup, Trayvon Diggs, and I forgot who the other two were. It was four of them, actually. I believe it was four. And somebody took a picture of them, and they all posed for the picture. Oh, he says it was Donovan Wilson,
Ooh, Cedric Wilson?
Cedric Wilson. I'm sorry,
All three. I like Cedric Wilson. I miss Cedric Wilson, man.
and Cedric Wilson would have been nice last year because he could have got. He was the only wide receiver you'd ever see come back to Dak. You know what I'm saying? Like especially on
Yeah.
those moments when Dak needed somebody just to come back. But hey, I was with you guys with the Travis Frederick pick. I was upset with it, but damn, I mean, Travis Frederick became what we hope Tyler Biotis can be. Who knows? This is year 4 for Tyler Biotis. That's another player they got to resign. I think Deuce is actually heavier than Pollard, not taller, but heavier. I mean, he is stout, Harv. I
He
mean,
is,
really
man.
stout. That guy's built. Finding a franchise left tackle at number 24 is not normal. Great Scott.
It's not, man. Not at 24, brother. Not at 24.
What did he say? He says Cedric Wilson wasn't the same after the injury, though.
I don't know about that.
It's kind of hard because it looks like the Dolphins are moving to a speed team.
He's gone. He's gone. The writing's on the wall.
It's a June 1st thing, right?
Yeah, the writing's on the wall.
And just to kind of answer what Ultra Cowboy, it almost feels like what the Baltimore Ravens would do, man. They were always picking in the late 20s. That's how they got Ed Reed. And I mean, they were able to pull like just gems out of the late round picks. And Will McClay is doing that right now. And let's see how long Cowboys can keep Will McClay. And we'll see with Monty Smith, man, because I mean, me and you, we've gone back and we've seen it. And we're just saying like Jalen Carter didn't do this against Ohio State. You could see Jalen Carter being washed out by the offensive line in Ohio State.
Yep.
Monty Smith wasn't letting that happen. In fact, he was after CJ Stroud. You saw CJ Stroud throwing that ball away. He didn't want none of that smoke. Someone met my idol Diggs and didn't invite me. Aaliyah. It's McAllen, Texas. It's a pretty big city in the Rio Grande Valley, the southern part of Texas. That's right. Eric Reed, safety from LSU, was in that draft class.
Yep, that's the guy I wanted, man.
Thank God. What did he say? Is the Dax Mississippi quarterback coach with him in Dallas? Good question.
I don't think so.
We can look that up in a little bit. Monty will be a better than Jalen. Keep the receipt. Well, hold on a minute. Oh, okay, my bad. I think you're talking about Tolbert. He's talking about Jalen Carter. Wow, Ultra Cowboy, you're really sticking your neck out there like that? I mean,
he said what?
He's saying that Monty Smith is going to be better prospect than Jalen Carter.
Hey, listen, man. what did I'm trying to say this as professional as I can, but Dion said something about player. Anyways, besides the point, I just look, if you're named a beast from that beast reporter in college football,
The freak list.
the
Yeah.
freak list, and he was number one, was he not?
Yes. This last season, yes.
And the other thing to me is if you see Andy Reid trying to jump up to not take a wide receiver, to not take a tight end, to not take a running back, but to take a defensive tackle on Mozzie Smith, that should tell you something. Because I'm telling you right now, Chris Jones, he has to get paid again. And I think Andy Reid knew that. And he's like, this is the next best thing.
And
So he
let's give credit where credit is due because the only reason the Chiefs were trying to get up there was because they knew the Saints wanted Motzi. Because also the GM there, he was a former Dallas Cowboy, if you remember. What's his name though? Their general manager. Jeez Louise. I was getting confused with the one from the Dolphins. But it just goes to speak volumes. When the Saints want him and then the Chiefs are trying to get ahead, it just goes to show you, especially with those two teams, both of them, right? I believe the general manager for the Chiefs is his name Leach? No, it's I believe. I mean, he does a phenomenal job as far as finding. Uh, yeah, Brett Beach. I'm sorry, Brett Beach. He does a phenomenal job finding prospects that fit the Kansas City Chiefs so much. Uh, Casino says Jalen has too much baggage. Also, a true statement. And if you see if Monty, man, Monty's doing the workouts he was doing with Michigan Wolverines is crazy. Where he's going up that stairway that as an exercise is crazy. I'm happy with Dono, Malik, and J. Ron. So she's good with the safeties that we have. Hey, it's understandable. We're good with those safeties too. The only reason I said that was I was asking Harv, do you think that sometimes there was just a miss of blown coverage getting help to the corner opposite of Trey Diggs? I think that's the only thing I had. Other than that, I mean, I love the safety. I think for it felt like the Cowboys were neglecting the safety, but now it almost seems like a strength of this defense, doesn't it, Harv?
because now you got Kelvin Joseph going over there. You got Marquise Bell. You also got technically Izzy too.
Israel.
Izzy can play. Yeah, he
He
can
played
play
opposite
safety.
corner of JC Horn, if you
Yeah.
remember.
So
So
I mean, to me, man, I think
it's loaded, man.
yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of cap. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of like it's hard because the Cowboys 90 right now they can all play day one for any team, including the Cowboys. So when the Cowboys release some of these players, because you got to get down to
Oh,
53,
they're gonna get picked up.
yeah, a lot of these are going to be picked up, and it's going to be bad. Not sure where Dan Mullen is after he left University of Florida. Is
Doesn't
that
he
is,
work?
is that who he was asking about?
I think so. Yeah, I was gonna say it. Doesn't he work for ABC? No, is he ESPN? I think they might have let him go though. I don't know. I don't know where he's at.
Somebody's
Anyways,
asking about the turf and the I believe you want to get that one on TikTok.
what are you talking about?
Somebody's asking about the turf and whatnot. TikTok.
From okay, your thoughts on expanding the rosters and switching from turf to natural grass. So, you know what's crazy is that last night I fell asleep super early because I was super tired. But Jeffrey Milby, is that it? It's funny you asked that because I was on the Detroit Ave live, and Walt runs that from East West Football. And I asked him the same thing. I said, what do you think of them expanding the roster even more? Because this is my thing, right? And everybody watched XFL, USFL. Like, I'm not going to lie, man, those leagues are pretty good. The XFL was actually pretty good this past year with, I forgot his name, the quarterback that got the MVP. And he basically got traded mid-season and he won the XFL with that other team. But that goes to show you that there are some good players actually getting picked up from the XFL and USFL. Obviously, Turpin came from there. So my thing is, why not expand the rosters, man? Because I believe as of right now, it's a 53-man roster, but it's only 46 players that can be activated at one time for the game. So you're kind of shortening the thing. And the other thing is, look at what happened to the Niners. Look, I'm not losing sleep over it, but my point is, it could happen to anybody, and they lost all their any team, and they lost all their quarterbacks. So I agree with expanding the roster 100%. Not only that, but you have all these other leagues producing a lot of good players now, so you can probably and then saying XFL is part of the NFL now. I think they came out and said that already. It's kind of like they look at it, they're testing some of the rules at the XFL level to see if they're going to work in the NFL. So I really like their kickoff, how the guys can't leave until the guy catches the ball or something. Like,
Correct.
that's probably a great rule. So,
yeah, I think they probably solved the NFL's problem because they've been wanting to get rid of the kickoff. If you remember, like 3 seasons ago, or before COVID. I'm sorry, right before COVID.
Yeah,
and just to clarify real quick, Dan Mullen was Dak Prescott's coach at Mississippi State.
Yep.
And he is working for ESPN. He's a TV broadcaster, studio analyst covering college football for ESPN. He actually he just started the gig in 2022.
Yeah. So the natural grass and turf for me, man. Look, I will tell you, I played in both, and I hate turf. I really hate turf. I do not like it.
And the carpet monster is real. The carpet monster is real.
The reason I don't like it, the biggest thing is I feel like I can't breathe on that field when it's hot. Like, I think it's worse for you than actually playing on grass. So I like natural grass. But then again, I never wore gloves when it was cold. I always like catching with my hands. So I'm that kind of guy. Not everybody likes that, but I prefer turf. I think something about the smell of the natural grass, the dirt kicking up, like, it's just, there's nothing like it, man.
Yeah, Jeffrey Melby says thank you, Harv, for the information. I'll tell you this: it was Bronzo Lopez, right? The first team that that had the turf.
The turf, man. Hey, let me tell you something. In Texas, we played there. It was so hot, man.
It was hot.
It was 100. Like, I was a quarterback, but I also held the ball for the kicker, Felipe Guajardo. Remember Felipe?
Yeah.
Man, when I sat there and I looked over and I saw the heat waves coming over the turf, I'm telling you, that's the first time I ever felt like I wanted to quit something. It was so hot, man. That's why I hate it. How did you know that? I hated that place. It was so hot.
But everybody was burnt, man. Nobody knew. Everybody had carpet burn all over their elbows. I mean, it was the worst thing ever. You're not prepared for it. It's horrible. I'll tell you that much right now. But let's get back. Let's get back on subject. I wanted D-Hop in that 2013 draft. He was also part of that draft class. Texans. It was a later first round. Jeff Ireland, I believe. There you go.
That's what it is. Jeff Ireland. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm over here trying to fact check everything we were saying. Jerry Jones better have that push and pull weight machine that they had in Michigan weight room. Yeah, man. What was it? 800 pounds that he was doing?
800 pounds. Yep.
Wow, that's insane. That's unhumanly insane. The one that had specifically made to hold more weight for Motzi. Yeah, are you reading one that's further down?
No, I'm just saying. I know because I'm like So I read the thing and it said they made that for Motzi.
Yeah, they did. And somebody said that he broke Larry Allen's record. I was like, what? With the when you're holding the is that how he's holding the bench press?
Like this?
Yeah.
No, I think he was holding it regular.
Okay, well, they were saying that he broke Larry Allen's bench press holding it like
this.
Inverted. Yeah, so that's insane. She goes, "Don't sleep on Izzy."
No,
so, man.
No, he played. Actually, Izzy played so good against Tampa Bay, man.
And he played
really good. Yeah.
So Dan Quinn has a lot of time right now.
Can you imagine like Dan Quinn standing? He's like, bro. You telling me you're paying me this much, and I'm having fun, and you just gave me Monty Smith and Fujoko? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Look, Jeffrey Milby says it's just concrete underneath. Saludos from Brown Town.
Brown Town. Cantu Reyes.
It's been a while, Katu. How much will the salary cap increase, and how much would you get go at Diggs with? Man, that's a good question. And after this series, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the breakouts that we see for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to be talking about potential contracts that we see coming up for some of these free
So
agents.
I'm not gonna backtrack on my three. We're not gonna sign all three because I'm still with that. But now that you say that, I forgot something, and it might kind of bite me in the butt about it. I just realized that the NFL is doing free agent games. I didn't know that. So who's the highest bidder for the games? And they're flexing Thursday night football, I believe.
They are flexing Thursday night. I think that's going to push through. Or did it push through already?
I don't know, but it's going to be interesting, man. So the salary cap could go even higher than it did this past year.
And that's because if you really want to keep up with all NFL, this is the place right here, East West football.
East West football, man, for sure.
You'll catch me, Harvey, Kendall, and Walt. We're breaking it down for every single team right there. We're just football enthusiasts. We keep up with what's going on. Dallas defense is going to be incredible. I love it because I know that's exactly how he's saying it. Incredible. Harv, we've already given the prediction, I think, right? Top three.
Yeah, top three.
And Todd Curry says, "Hell yeah, I love Izzy Makuma." Hey, he played opposite J.C. Horn, man. A lot of people don't understand. Those guys were well. I think Izzy was a better ball hawk than J.C. Horn. Watching the XFL is like watching Jalen Tolbert line up offsides.
Ultra Cowboy, don't give me that. It was actually pretty good, man. Stop.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We're talking about XFL, but that was
I like the fact that you can hear them say stuff. That's the best part.
That's kind of cool. Cantu says, "Hell yeah, top three defense." And Jeffrey says he's bringing it from Fort Myers. Wow,
Fort Myers. Okay, man. Let's go.
Florida. Right, that's Florida.
Well, there's one in the District of Columbia too.
Oh,
I believe. I don't know. I'm saying it's Florida though.
Exactly. Like, why is the NFL shortening the amount of players you can have on a team? Shaking my head.
Yep, agree.
I think that it's actually something that we talked about on the East West, right? I think right now, Harv, this is the most competitive that we've seen every NFL team in all NFL. I understand the NFC looked like the NFC wasn't the hottest. I think AFC had the upper hand on the NFC for the last couple of seasons, but it was because the NFC was, they were still kind of coming off of Aaron Rodgers, having those top tier quarterbacks and whatnot, and AFC was just collecting the first pick overalls and getting the securing their quarterbacks for the future. Media News says NFL Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharp has reached a buyout agreement with FS1, and his final appearance on Undisputed is expected to be after the NBA Finals per at Sports Report. Yes, and we saw that our good friend Ari Mirov, he reported that we actually posted that on the East West page when we saw that, and we were freaking out. We're like, what in the world?
So where's he going?
I don't know. I think he wants to do his own thing, man.
Hey, everybody is, man.
I mean, this is what you gotta do. When you say grass, I think of Snoop Dogg. Jeez, Louis.
What's your cowboy, man?
Damien! Where you been,
Damien, where you been, man?
I couldn't see you. Coach Eyes, what's up? Coach Eyes, we're finally back on TikTok.
Coach Eyes, what's up, man?
Somebody did us dirty on TikTok. I don't know why they do that stuff to people, man. Hoodlum, yo, where you been?
Hoodlum? He's been hiding, man.
Man.
Hoodlum's been hiding.
Caleb _QT. Caleb QT, I like that. CeeDee Lamb is a top 10 wide receiver.
Top 5, bro.
Devontae Adams said he was 5B to be exact.
I'm just saying. Come on.
5B. I'll take the 5B, man. And he said
Real.
this is the year that CD's gonna get his respect, man. I love it. Turpin said he ain't fair catchy, by the way.
He did say that.
Even White, hi
What up, Stephen White?
yo.
Saludo.
He goes, I burnt my calabasitas, but stay Ultra Cowboy. You need to grow up, bro. Two things: if they go 18 game schedule, players will demand 2 bye weeks, and if they go to 18 games, players also demand all 53 players to be active for game day roster.
That's what I'm
which,
saying, man.
which is something that we've seen since last season.
Yep.
That was something that we saw last season, right? We saw that it was players were going to start requesting 2 bye weeks.
Yep.
But it was crazy, right? We were getting bye weeks all the way till it felt like to the end of the season last year. It was a weird situation. I'm not gonna start that. You guys stop, all right? Steel White. Oh, okay. Aaliyah, you guys chill. There you go. Wow, guys, relax. Okay. Facts. Top 5 would be top 3 if he played with Mahomes. Man, don't do that, Ultra Cowboy. Damien, we're joking. Okay, that's good to know that we're joking. So, remember when Kevontae Turpin used to get kick returns into touchdowns in the preseason? I don't know what happened to him in the regular season. I wanted him cut because of a specific
I don't care, man. Just return the ball, man. Just return it.
Return it
every time.
Let's do a little recap, man. We've been going strong for a little over an hour.
It's been an hour already?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How? It's because we have fun with everybody, man.
Yeah.
I like this group, man. They're fun. They make it fun every time.
And I mean, not only that, but it's very interactive, right? Like you don't have to wait in line, you don't have to pay to play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has an opportunity to speak. We just ask that you guys be respectful, man. You guys sometimes are going crazy. So we covered the Monty pick. Excuse me. First pick number 26 in the first round, Monty Smith. Second round, we talked about this. Pick 58 was Luke Schoonmaker.
Yep.
Pick 3 was a DeMarvion Overshown. In the fourth round, it was we're gonna call him Junior because we've already butchered his name.
Junior, baby.
Junior Fahuku, right? Second cousins. He's second cousins.
Brother Cuz.
And just recently we were on with Ali Jawad, which you're gonna see more of Ali pretty soon. We're talking about Asim Richards and his potential, and we are right now with Eric Scott. We still got Deuce Vaughn, right?
Dude, I'm excited, man.
Jalen Brooks, and then all the undrafted free agents. Wow, we still got a lot of work, man. So look, if you're catching this on replay, please subscribe, turn on your notifications. If you want to be a part of the stream, you know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Turn on notifications, lets you know when we're going live. Of course, we are on the road to 1K, so please share, hit that like button, do what you got to do, man. There's a little thing that, you guys could help us grow, and we all grow together. You know that's how it works in this world. Let me see. Where did we leave off on?
Damn it.
So Aaliyah says, Damian, we're joking, right? Okay, where's the blog button? Because I'm not taking no Dak slander in these comments. Look, you guys gotta understand, Aaliyah's gonna back up Dak.
She is, man. She's good. She will gouge your eyes out, bro.
You got to be careful because Aaliyah will back up Dak, and I've been known to be a Dak guy too. So I will protect Dak because you know what I think to be fair to Dak, I think we got to give him this year to be really judging him. You know what I mean? I'm treating Dak nice into the playoffs. Ultra Cowboy, that's fair enough.
That's fair.
I think that all Cowboys Nation and Cowboy haters should actually take this approach going forward, because you never know, man. You gotta treat people nice, man. You never know. You know, you never know. They could be your boss one day. You know what I mean? You never know. You can go on and win 7 Super Bowls
Wait a
all
minute,
the first
you're applying for a job in my company? Yeah, I'm Ultra Cowboy. Do you remember me? You never know.
time. You never know, man. Uh, I've been okay. So Damien says he's been scouting, came to a conclusion. We have no kicker. Somebody actually mentioned that. Somebody,
Ooh,
somebody actually mentioned that on TikTok.
on TikTok they
Schoolmaker
did,
over
huh?
Darnell Washington was rigorous. Nice choice of words.
Nobody's
I
picked
think the
up D
Cowboys have
Hop.
a plan. Say that again.
Nobody's picked up D Hop.
Yeah, nobody has picked it up. I think he's been playing around on Twitter. I saw the
Yeah.
emojis. Uh, Deuce has Deuce was in Harry Potter. Jeez, such a cowboy. Enjoy your shows. Hey, we enjoy
Let's
when you guys.
go, DJ Dog. Let's go. Round of applause for that.
My bad. I was pressed the wrong one. That one would have got me. Damien, I believe the way they'll sign one prior to training camp.
I agree with that.
It looks like they're taking their time. We're gonna sign Lionel Messi. Damien with
This
the
guy, man. He can't.
not your boss. Ah, Leo. Nah, you just gotta know how to work with your boss, man. I love it when Philly fans come on here. Yeah, coaches, we do too, but man, I think one of them got us banned for 7 days, man. I mean, I don't know
Somebody.
what we did.
Yeah, we didn't do anything, but it's all
We
good.
really didn't do anything, honestly. If you actually notice, we try not to use bad words. We try not to repeat any bad words you guys say. You know what I mean? But it
It's
is.
hard without your cowboy though, and hoodlum.
Didn't they say we were gonna draft a quarterback? Caleb Cutie.
They did, man. They did talk about that.
Did
That's
they?
interesting.
Didn't they pick up a quarterback?
Who, the Cowboys? Nah.
I thought somebody had said that they were looking into it. But next year's draft class is gonna be crazy. Nah, it's still Dak Prescott, Will Greer, and Cooper Rush. I like Will Greer a lot. I remember him.
Well, they invited Matthew McKay to rookie minicamp.
There you go. Okay, I remember it was Damien who said that. I believe.
I think it was Damien. You know Damien and his scouting department, man.
I think he works for the Dallas Cowboys, man.
I think he does too. He just doesn't want to tell us.
What are you saying? No, nah, JP all fun and games. The emoji. Well, that's it, man. Dude, it was only going to give bandwagon fan hope because true fans believe in Dak. Yes, sir, Cantu. Well said, man. You made Leo's day right there. Oh, what do you say? Hey, Javier, I'm gonna get a BMW instead. He wants that Beamer.
No, man, don't do it.
Get away from them. You know,
Okay, ready? Hold on. Let me explain something to you. And this is not financial advice, but I'm going to give you some advice. Don't buy a BMW, man.
don't.
Look, you don't need it, man. You can spend the money on something else. Get you something that's going to get from point A to point B. That's all you need. You don't need all the bells and whistles and all that. You can spend your money, save it, do whatever you want other than having a car payment. Trust me. Take my advice.
Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth about a Beamer. Also, man, they come with their special tires, bro. You can't go get those tires at like a discount tire or wherever a Pep Boys, whatever it is that you have wherever you live. Like you have to order those. You have to go to a BMW dealership just to get those tires. Those tires are like anti-flat and they can't be repaired. Like it's a hassle. One thing breaks down, you can't even disconnect the battery without putting a battery that's charging. Like you got to makeshift. It's a lot of work for a Beamer. Okay, I'm just gonna lay it down for you.
Bro, I tell y'all, I drive a 2012 Power Wagon, and it's still going strong.
What's up, Tyson? Hi. Welcome to the Cowboy Cast.
Welcome, brother.
If you love Cowboys, click the link in our bio. Join us live on YouTube, and we'll let your comments come alive. Canture says, I agree with Javier Zuniga. No BMW. Parts are crazy. Yes, they are. Um, Damien is onto something. I forgot his name. He was a dual threat from Scouting Report. Heard he needed a lot of work. Not sure. Maybe a player for practice squad.
I think he's talking about the quarterback.
Hmm. And Damien says that he has a 1983 C10.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, those are like,
They're very popular online, man. If anybody tries to see a good one, they're gone.
yeah. And if you revamped it, you could probably make like 30, like 20, 30,000 off those things. It's crazy. Number one, it's hard to find it, especially the
Yeah.
short, especially the short bids. He says, I'm old school, man. There's my neighbor, he's old school, man. He is the C10 master here in my hometown. Life lesson: be careful with the car you buy. Thank you, Elia. Buy a Fiat Mini.
This guy.
Look, man, look, just buy yourself a truck. I'm gonna just tell you right now, man. Buy yourself a truck. With the truck, you can have fun, man. I mean, you can actually like if you do your due diligence, you know what I'm saying. Research it, see what year has the best years of trucks. You can never go wrong with Chevy. I know some people like Ford, but Chevy the parts are not that bad. But man, if you put that thing together, you can jack it up. You can put some wheels on it, get a little 4x4, go mudding, have some fun. Do some Texas things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about an Infinity too, but everybody tells us to stay away from the BMW. The BMW is hassles that you don't want. Heard they're pretty good. He's talking. Are you talking about the C10s or the
Infinity,
Fiat?
I think he said.
He's talking about the Fiat Minis.
Oh.
That he heard they're pretty good. Or Lexus. I would just say stay away from foreign, just in general.
Yeah, man. Don't do it.
Cybertruck,
No.
like the emoji. Buy the most affordable one. There you go, Leo.
That's it.
Somebody said buy a smart car. Owner of a 1996 Vortec 350 Z7. Let's
Dang.
go, guys. Context says he goes Ford F-150 4x4. Like I told you, people, there's preferences. Ford, Chevy, it doesn't matter. If you treat it right, it's gonna treat you right back. You water your grass, it's gonna get green. That's all I know. Okay. Uh, Josepa, he says get a Tahoe, professional in the front and mullet in the back. Put a party. Never heard a Tahoe be referred to as a mullet.
I never heard of that, man. That's crazy. That's pretty funny though. It's true.
It's very clever. You could tell Jose's a rascal, man. Like he's a rascal from Browntown, man.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I gotta say something, man. If the time comes and we're in Texas and we have a meet and greet, Jose has to sit with us, man.
Oh yeah, he's gonna sit.
Dude.
David says Ford's gonna break down on you. So look, I understand because
how do we turn from the Cowboys cast to the hot rod street mechanics?
We're trying to help hoodlum here, but I'm just trying to tell you, I had an uncle who had a Ford, and my dad was a Chevy guy. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin to this day, he's a Ford guy. But you know what? My cousin, right? Tuna, right?
Yeah.
Tuna his dad was the Ford guy. Tuna was the Ford guy. Well, guess what? Tuna drives around now.
A Ram.
No, he drives a Chevy now.
Nah, it's Ram, man, all the way.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Ram. You know what I mean? Ram is Ram.
At the end of the day, if you can't ram it, dodge it. Either one.
David says, "Trust me." Okay, he goes, "Lexus is just overpriced Toyota." Okay,
that is true.
Hey, and I listened to a lot of Joe Rogan, and you know what? It was crazy. Joe Rogan was talking about this recently, right? About vehicles and stuff. He says for whatever reason, Toyotas just last, man. He just says they last through everything. He says if you even look, he goes, whenever you see like videos of military, not from the United States of America, they're all driving Toyotas because
all Toyotas.
because they're very durable. They don't break down. I think they have like
Hold
a
on.
I think they have like they promise like a 20-year span on their vehicles or something like that.
Yeah, hold on. Just get you a Toyota Tacoma, man. Call it good.
But a Honda Civic or an Altima, geez Louise, now we're talking about vehicles at this point. Oh, I'm sitting in and spending the night for show.
Yeah,
Everything is overpriced.
it is. Everything is overpriced.
Everything is overpriced, man. I would just tell you something, man. Just find you something that you can afford that
Yeah.
gets you to point A to B. Harv, you said it. Hopefully Eric Scott is not that what we're saying. Hopefully he is a diamond in the rough, so to
Hopefully,
say.
man.
You know,
Hopefully, he's this year's Deron Bland.
that would be nice, man. A Deron Bland, Trey Diggs, Stephon Gilmore. I mean, that defensive background would look nice. Damien says, my sister has a 2023 Tacoma. I barely fit in that truck.
Yeah, Hoodlum's not that big.
Well, I think he's just saying the Tacoma because the Tacomas, I think that's the small trucks, though, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Main, it's too small in the cab.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
It is kind of small, but they're very durable. So there you go. Look, we're giving you Cowboys advice, and now we're giving you vehicle advice. Tune in on Sunday. We're going to be chiming in we're going to be talking about OTAs on Sunday. So you guys turn on your
OTAs.
notification. It'll let you know when we go live. Of course, subscribe, help us grow road to 1K. Can you help us get there? And remember, tune in on East West football as well too. Let me see. Bland is a different breed. He like that for real. She's talking about Deron Bland. And he goes, I mean, height wise, okay, because Damien is clearly more taller than 6 foot. You know, I am a 6-footer myself, and I have to push the seats back on every vehicle I get into. Yeah, I'm 6 foot 206.
He's not that little. I thought you were small, Hoodlum.
Yeah, I thought you were like 160 pounder, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna lie.
Okay.
But 206 is pretty nice, man. That means nobody gonna want to mess with you.
Nah, man.
And 6 foot, nobody wants to mess with you at 6 foot, man. Not with it's fine. Just height is rough.
Yeah, I've been in one, man. You're right. I thought Hoodlum was like maybe 5'6", 5'7". I don't know. I was wrong, I guess.
What somebody says, Caleb Cutie says, Tesla screams, take a nap in your car and keep your hands on the wheel.
You know what I do actually like? That's a pretty nice car that I would rather get than a BMW if you're going to go that route is a Genesis.
Interesting take.
Genesis are really nice. Really nice. And it's actually, you get all the bells and whistles, probably more than a BMW for lower the price. So just throwing that out there.
Of course, if you want to keep up with us, you can always join the Discord. Harv, if you want to throw out the Discord.
Yeah, let me throw the Discord real quick.
I'm 6 foot 151. You see, I actually thought that was Hoodlum's height. I mean, wait, I'm sorry, but damn, everybody's 6 footers here. I'm too small. I need a bulk. Damien says because he's strong. Nah, I'm 6 foot and a half, almost 6'1". I like infinities. There you go. If we need some luxury, there you go. But if you guys catch this on the replay and you watch it all the way to the end, this is actually the Discord, and here you hear Hoodlum, you hear everybody. Damien.
Oh, Damien with his Google Docs roster.
I mean, we got Rev in there too. Everybody's in there, man. Don't miss out. TikTok, if you guys want to stay in touch, right there. Cantu says he's 6'3", 250 pounds, man.
Okay.
That's how we do it here in the Valley, man. You know, everything's bigger in Texas. That's it for us. TikTok, be nice. We appreciate the likes, man. But they got us at 2,300 likes.
Thanks, TikTok.
We
appreciate it, man.
We'll see you guys on Sunday. It was nice.
Be nice.
Anybody else? He says we can find our future kicker in the chat. You never know, man. And one of us probably has a kicker. We probably. Wow. Did you ever have to kick when you played Harv?
No.
Right? Felipe was the one taking.
I was horrible.
That's it for us, YouTube. We love you.